welcome back to my channel. So today I actually have a tutorial to share with you. I'm very excited to share this tutorial just because I don't do a ton of tutorials on my channel, but this is something that's been requested several times, so I thought I would go ahead and film it. And yeah, so as you can see from the title probably, this video is going to be a tutorial on my full coverage foundation routine. So these are like my favorite go-to products for whenever I want a full coverage look. Now I do wear full coverage quite often just because, you know, working at Sephora, whenever I go to work, I like to wear a full coverage foundation, and I usually work between 3 to 5 shifts a week. So quite often I am wearing a full coverage foundation, and I usually will just do my makeup that way automatically in the morning, whether or not I'm working. But there are, you know, certain days where I know I'm not going to be working and I'm not going to be filming. I might wear a more lightweight foundation, but this is my normal routine for full coverage look, which, as I mentioned, I do wear quite often. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy watching this tutorial. If you have any questions or comments for me, make sure to leave those down below. I'd be happy to answer those, and please enjoy watching. So I always start with skincare. This is a very important step, and today I'm using the Shiseido White Lucent Emulsifier. I use this kind of as a facial serum in the morning. It does have an SPF in there to provide a little extra protection, and I'm going to go ahead and apply that all over my face and neck as well. Next, I will be applying an eye cream, and this is also from the Shiseido White Lucent line, and I've been using this eye cream all over both underneath my eye and on my lid as well. And for the next step, I will be applying my Ole Henriksen Sheer Transformation as my moisturizer, again, just all over my face and taking it down my neck as well. Of course, we cannot forget about our lips, so I will be using my Paula's Choice Lip and Body Treatment Balm today to treat my lips and get them nice and moisturized. So today for this tutorial, I wanted to use all my favorite products. This is the Becca Backlight Primer. This is my absolute favorite primer. It gives a very natural, kind of very subtle glow, and it also helps my makeup just to apply nicer and last longer throughout the day. So this is a step I don't do every day, but I wanted to be a little extra today. This is the Peter Thomas Roth 24 Karat Gold Firming Lifting Prism Cream. What I usually do is just apply a little bit of this to the tops of my cheeks as I'm doing here, and then I kind of blend it in. I did get a little bit too much on one side, so I used my beauty blender here in a second to buff it in a little bit better, but that's kind of how I use it underneath my foundation as a highlight. Alrighty, again, I'm using all my favorite products. So here we have my Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. It's a beautiful full coverage foundation. And I'm going to be applying that with the L'Oreal Beauty Sponge. And as you can see, I just kind of bounce it into the skin. What I do is I actually apply the foundation to the back of my hand and use that as sort of a palette so that I can build up the foundation. And that way I'm not getting too much coverage. I'm just kind of applying a sheer layer all over my face. as you can see, I just continue to kind of bounce it into my skin until I get the desired look that I want, and I'll just kind of build it up anywhere where I feel like I need a little extra coverage. Next, I'm going to be color correcting underneath my eye. Since I have more of a pinkish purple under eye, I'm going to be using the yellow and green. As you can see, when I tilt my head, it makes it easier to see the circles. So if you're not sure what color your under eye circles are, just look at yourself in the mirror, kind of that scary face I just made where you kind of look down, and it will exaggerate your under eye circles. So it will be easier to see what color correcting you need to use. When I'm applying this color corrector, I'm going to focus only on the areas where I have discoloration, which is really just the first 1/3 of my under eye area. And so I'm just going to go ahead and use this concealer brush to apply it to that space. A very dark blue vein underneath this eye, so I'm going to be using just the yellow to color correct that area as well. Now I'm going to be using my ring finger to just lightly soak that into the skin. Now I'm not wanting to blend this out. I don't want to bring the color corrector beyond where I have the discoloration. I'm just wanting to kind of blend it in to the area where I need it. So that's what I'm doing right now. Once I have that done, I'm just going to grab my beauty blender and lightly press it in just to make sure everything is really pressed in there without moving the product all over the place. Now I'll be going over that with my favorite concealer. This is the Makeup Forever Full Coverage Concealer. I'm just going to apply a tiny bit to the back of my hand. This is a very full coverage, so you don't need very much. What I'm showing you right now, that's enough to do both of my eyes, and I think I even had a little bit extra left over when I was done. So I'm just going to go ahead and take my ring finger, apply it in a triangular shape underneath my eye area. I'm not really blending here, I'm just applying it, and I'm being really careful not to move my color corrector, which is underneath. So I go ahead and apply it to both sides, and then I'll use my beauty sponge again from L'Oreal to blend this out as well. So that is how the full coverage foundation concealer looks. Now I'm going to set everything in, and I'm using this Sephora Collection Featherweight brush along with my Cover FX Illuminating Setting Powder. It's a translucent setting powder in the shade Light. I'm going to go ahead and dust that underneath both of my eye area in a triangular shape again, just to set my concealer and my color corrector as well. Now I will be setting the rest of my face using my MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural in the shade Light Plus. This is my all-time favorite powder. I'm applying it here with a Sephora collection brush as well, and just kind of patting it onto the skin so that I'm not moving around my foundation at all. This does add just a tiny bit of coverage, but it sets everything in place and just gives it a really soft, natural look. It doesn't look powdery or cakey, and that's why I love this powder so very much. So that is what I'm doing right here. Alright you guys, so that is the finished look before I do the rest of my makeup, of course, but as you can see, it's very full coverage. It really covered all of the discoloration that I have, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed watching. Alright, so that is the completed look. I went ahead and did the rest of my makeup, and as you guys can see, it's a very, very full coverage. This particular foundation, the Double Wear foundation, is extremely long wearing, so I know I can do my makeup, you know, really early in the morning, even if I'm working later that night, and it's still gonna look fantastic by the end of the day. So I absolutely adore this foundation. I am actually planning to do a top 5 favorite foundation video, which should be coming soon, and yeah, for sure, I'll give you guys a little sneak peek. This is for sure gonna make it into that video because this is probably my favorite foundation. I absolutely love this foundation. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this tutorial today and that you found it useful. Leave me comments down below and let me know if you have any questions or comments or anything like that for me. If you're not already a subscriber, please subscribe. It does mean so very much to me. I actually do have a giveaway going on right now, which you guys have probably heard me mention a few times, but I'm so excited about it. It is my 20,000 subscriber giveaway. I'll link it above in case you have missed it, but there's some amazing giveaway prizes in there, so make sure to check that out, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye you guys!